Hey there YouTube, Wrestling Optimus here, back with a very special action figure review. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Time for the second anniversary of AEW Dynamite on TNT. Actually, I just got back from the show, which aired live from the campus of Temple University in Philadelphia. Back in 2019, I also got to attend the third Dynamite ever at the exact same venue, so it feels like I have a special connection with AEW and Philly going back to the very start. Anyway, I've got a ton of footage to share from an incredible night, plus a few spoilers for this week's Rampage. But first, if you're new here, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more pro wrestling and action figure content. Now, we're headed into the Liacouras Center, so for a recap and review, let's take it over to the action figures.
It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means!
Dynamite opens with an epic 8-man tag team match featuring the Super Elite and the team of Christian Cage, Bryan Danielson, and Jurassic Express. Don't worry, although their entrances weren't on TV, the live crowd, including me, got to see them in person. Everyone gets their stuff in, but Danielson and Jungle Boy shine brightest as AEW continues the tradition of opening each show with a main event caliber match. As you can see, Jen's stuffed dinosaur brought a sign for his favorite wrestler, Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus! Luchasaurus!
Brandon Cutler interferes with his cold spray, then Bryan eats a triple super kick before Jungle Boy eats a quadruple BTE trigger for the heel victory. Jon Moxley says his new baby is insane and he's exhausted. So if people want to play games with some ladders in Philadelphia, then screw it. Let's get weird. CM Punk explains that Philly is special to him because he spent 3 years running a wrestling school here back in the early 2000s. But he catches a little heat when an attempt at pandering goes wrong and he mistakes the city's signature cheesesteak for cheesecake. He recovers with an impossible would you rather. Either he can wrestle or he'll buy everyone a cheesesteak. The crowd hesitates but eventually settles on seeing him wrestle. With that out of the way, and in retaliation for getting jumped back in Chicago, Punk challenges Daniel Garcia to a match on Rampage. Here's the secret, they filmed Rampage later in the night, so I got to see this match. Spoilers later in the video. As part of some weird symbolic gesture, Arn Anderson sneaks onto Cody's property and starts burning his expensive clothes in a barrel on the front lawn. When Cody tries to protest, Arn slaps him across the face and scolds him for turning Hollywood. Sure. Sammy Guevara is a man of his word and presents Fuego del Sol with a new truck. Then he comes out to take on Bobby Fish for his newly won TNT Championship. Fish utilizes his extensive MMA background to gain an upper hand for most of the match. Interestingly, Excalibur mentions his time in New Japan, but not in NXT. However, Bobby whiffs on a roundhouse kick and gets caught with a GTH for the roll-up victory as Sammy retains.
Come on! It's the official! Come on! He did it! Come on! Get him out of here! He got him!
Unfortunately, American Top Team is waiting and jumps Sammy afterwards. Jericho and Hager eventually make the save as the crowd sings Judas. Then, Dan Lambert tries to cut a promo, but he's drowned out by chants of "Shut the fuck up." The Men of the Year will face the Inner Circle in Miami. The Acclaimed cut a promo that I couldn't hear in the arena, but what I did hear was Max Caster's rap before the match against the Lucha Brothers on Rampage for the tag team titles. Stick around for spoilers.
Everybody loves the Acclaimed and chili. We put the Lucha Bros on ice like gritty. We kill in every city that we landed in, packing that heat like my name's Arn Anderson. And it's a given. We send the boys packing quicker than Ben Simmons. Like Rocky Balboa, the fake ass champs.
Earlier in the night, Tony Schiavone teased a big announcement for the second anniversary, and now he's in the ring to make it. In honor of the move to TBS, Ref Aubrey unveils the TBS Championship. Similar to the TNT title, this will serve as a secondary belt and should guarantee the women's division a championship-level match on TV each week.
Brand new TBS title.
Darby Allin sits down with good old JR before his match with Nick Comoroto. He tells the story of facing death as a child in a drunk driving accident with his uncle. That's why he paints half his face. He's seen a million MJFs, but MJF has never met anyone like Darby Allin. Darby starts with a dive off the top rope and ends with a coffin drop to easily beat the monster. Afterwards, QT tries to sneak attack Sting, but catches a scorpion death drop for his troubles. However, the good times don't last long. Alex Marvez finds Darby in the garage later and tells him about MJF's challenge for a match next week. Darby accepts before getting jumped by a bunch of guys in ski masks that look suspiciously like the Pinnacle. The Dark Order institute a voting system to avoid future conflicts. Join Dark Order. Dante Martin gives a fiery promo in the ring, calling out the rest of the locker room. Then the lights cut out and Malachi Black appears. He spits black mist in Dante's face, then spin kicks him in the head. Guess you should have stayed in your lane, kid.
Holy shit! Hello!
Absolute Ricky Starks gives us a brief history of Taz, ECW, and Philadelphia. Then he claims that he was going to challenge Brian Cage to a Philly street fight for the FTW title, but the machine isn't here. Whoops. Brian Cage runs out and chases off Team Taz. Looks like we're getting that street fight after all, this Friday on Rampage. Or you could just stick around for spoilers. Hikaru Shida is still looking for her record-setting 50th win in AEW, but first she'll have to get through the Woman of 1,000 Holds, Serena Deeb. It's a great match, but per usual, it's the only women's action of the night. Still, after a shock submission victory by Deeb, she turns heel in the post-match, throwing the 50-win trophy at Shida.
Taste it tastes like vinegar. It's terrible. Buddy. Hey, whatever.
Best friends, Chris Statlander and Franklin the Dog, mascot of the 76ers, accompany Orange Cassidy to the ring for our main event, a 6-man casino ladder match. He starts things off along with the Bastard Pac. Out comes Andrade El Idolo, who counters some devastating Orange kicks with a huge chop, only to get hit with a hands in the pockets Hurricane Rana.
That's the hardest part of the ring. Cowboy shit!
Your Joker is the returning Hangman Adam Page, who gets the biggest pop of the night. He storms to the ring and lays waste to everybody, eventually hitting Pac with a dead eye off the top of a ladder and through a table. Orange Cassidy and Jon Moxley fight on top of another ladder, only to get pushed off by Big Money Matt Hardy. Page and Moxley also fight on top of a ladder, but out of nowhere Mox falls off, seemingly from sheer exhaustion, leaving Hangman all alone to claim the poker chip.
He's going to take a nap again.
Cowboy shit! Cowboy shit!
that means we're finally getting Hangman Adam Page versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. Oh my god, I love pro wrestling. The new #1 contender sits atop his proverbial throne, victorious, as the show goes off the air. Granted, I'm heavily biased having been there, but I still think it's safe to say that was a great episode. In fact, checking WrestleTalk, yup, they're calling it a perfect show. My only complaint is that I had to go back and watch the promos again because I couldn't hear anything over that insanely raucous crowd. But that's a small price to pay for such an amazing experience. I can't believe I got to attend both Philly shows, and I guess now there's pressure to catch the next one as well, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, I'm just happy to have AEW in my life. Now, as promised, spoilers for this week's Rampage. CM Punk beat Daniel Garcia despite interference from 2.0. Jade Cargill squashed Sky Blue. The Lucha Brothers successfully defended their AEW Tag Team titles against the Acclaimed in a really fun match. And in the main event, Ricky Starks retained the FTW Championship over Brian Cage in a Philly street fight with the help of Hooks and Hobbs. Alright, that'll do it for the AEW Dynamite 2nd Anniversary show. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I'm trying to do a wrestling merch unboxing soon, so check back for that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Smash the like button, share with any wrestling or action figure fans you may know, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. You can also talk to me over on Twitter, @WrestlingOptimus, or see all my best figure photography over on Instagram @WrestlingOptimus. If you haven't seen my vlog and toy hunt from RetroCon 2021, you can check that out right here. But until next time, I've been Wrestling Optimus, and I'll catch you later.